So what are the best supplements to build muscle? In this video, we're gonna find out. I'm Kyle Madsen, let's get it. Things first, the primary thing for supplements is that you supplement your diet, your workouts, that kind of thing. They're like the missing piece. They're literally gonna help you get 1 to 2% better. However, if you're lacking and you have holes in your diet, where like you go so long without this much food, or you're missing this macro, or you're missing this amount of protein, supplements can actually be really helpful, and I think you should have them on hand so that you never have to worry about getting the protein in. Like if like you don't want to make eggs, maybe you're tired after your workout, you should have protein on hand. So what is the most important supplement to have on hand? In my opinion, it's protein bars. My personal favorite protein bar are Quest bars. And the reason for that is you're getting 20 grams of protein and only 190 calories. And so basically that's going to allow us to satisfy our hunger cravings and get enough protein in. Because when you're dieting, your body's trying to find amino acids, and it's going to break down your own muscles and lean tissues if you don't have enough protein in your diet, because your body's going to break down that protein. It's going to make amino acids. That's why I personally like to have these in my diet, as opposed to like a protein shake. Why I like these more is when I'm hungry, this will fill me up and I won't want to feel like eating it. Like I won't want to keep eating. However, if I drink a protein shake, I'm going to want to keep eating. I just think this is a better way to fill yourself up, and you can get the protein source in while also cutting weight because you're not hungry. Protein is basically the most important supplement that you can really use to build muscle. Also, if you're building muscle and trying to lose weight, whether it be a protein shake, protein bar, or what have you, you have like 3 options basically. There's whey protein, which is really good, and I recommend it. It's basically what I've had my whole life. There's also egg white protein, which I've had recently. It's very tasty, very good. And then there's also plant-based protein, which is really good because it's full of vitamins and micronutrients. One option for whey protein, basically what I look for is if I'm trying to cut, I want low sugar. So in this one, I only have 1 gram of sugar, 24 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, slightly more potassium than sodium. I like to keep that balance when I'm like getting close, but I really don't track that stuff anyways. It's only 120 calories per scoop, and whey is probably the cheapest protein you can get as far as the 3 go. So if you want to make something last, like more bang for your buck, I'd go with whey. And like whey is super good because it's fast acting. It's going to get in your bloodstream the fastest. Big fan. Can't recommend it any more than that, and it's something I'll stand by. Other option is egg white protein. It's pretty good. I have an issue. Like I really like this taste. Just plain tastes good. The macros are good. Like for example, this is 110 calories, 25 grams of protein, 2 sugars, and no fat. So less calories, more protein. The only issue I have with it, and like this probably be a major issue for people, is it doesn't mix as well. So like you're gonna go to mix it, and it's gonna be kind of like not doughy, but like it's gonna stick to the fork or whatever you're mixing with and be a little bit clumpy. You don't get that dry taste like when you try and mix up your protein and it doesn't mix all the way. You like have like a wet glob of protein and then it's full of dry powder. It's not like that. It's pretty consistent all the way through, but it's annoying to actually try and mix in. It's a little bit more expensive than whey protein, but it's dairy free. So that's the plus side. Like if you're lactose intolerant, egg white protein, it's a little bit cheaper than the plant-based protein a lot of times. All right, number 3 then. So obviously we have plant-based protein left. This is dope because it's got a lot of micronutrients. It's 21 grams of protein, 150 calories, 4 grams of fat, erythritol. I don't know what that is. But basically, you're going to get a lot more vitamins. Like for example, if you're like vegan or vegetarian, you're going to want to get vitamin B12. And honestly, if you're not vegetarian or vegan, you're probably vitamin B12 deficient as well. You just don't know it. Especially if you're not like eating like the wild hunt, meats like elk and stuff. But no, I really like this. This mixes really well. Tastes great. I like to have this every once in a while. Just all around, I recommend it. It's just expensive. Like that's really what's going to hold you back is like as far as costs go, like whey's cheapest, then egg white, then plant-based. Following protein, it's kind of a tough one to follow because that's really the building block, like literally the building block for building muscle. Number 2 though, if there's a second supplement I recommend, it's definitely creatine. And whether that be creatine monohydrate or creatine ethyl ester, Monohydrate's a little cheaper. So I mean, like once again, like you can go that route. I go ethyl ester route. I've never really had monohydrate, but when I first started looking into creatines, this one basically when it goes into your body, it's more water soluble. So you don't get as puffy because the water's inside the muscle, not sitting outside with the ATP energy. So like you work out, you expend it all, you take off a phosphate or what have you, and then it replenishes it with what's outside the muscle. And so creatine is like one of the most studied supplements there is. If you're going to use two, it's protein and creatine. I can't recommend anything else above that. Let's say though, the creatine ethyl ester is the worst tasting supplement, worst tasting food I've ever had. It is bitter and it hits you right in the face. Those are more for like build the muscle, fuel the muscle, and this is kind of like get the muscle moving, I'll say, is like your pre-workouts. I like to have pre-workouts before a workout. You can have like nootropics. This is like a Bomar, short nootropic. I like this. I'll have like half of that with like a half of a Legion Pulse pre-workout. So I'll mix it up. No rhyme or reason. I just like to do it. I like the flavor. I like to mix them with water and then drink a little bit, add more water. Basically, then you're going to actually come at your workouts a little bit more intense. You can actually tear down more muscle fibers. You can actually use all that ATP energy waiting to be used. Not every time. Sometimes I feel good. I just want to work out and I don't need it. And I think that's a healthy way to use it. I don't think you should be using it every time, like as I have to. Personally, I think like an overrated supplement would be your branched chain amino acids. And they're very important. But if you're having a high protein diet already, then you don't really need to have extra branched chain amino acids on standby. Now, the one purpose, like the one use I can think for them is in the morning. So after all night, like you have no protein coming into you for like 8 hours of sleep, then there's no protein already broken down to branched chain amino acids. If you just took branched chain amino acids instead of protein first thing when you wake up, you're getting it a little bit faster, but I don't know how much faster. Like I'm actually not, up to date on that science, but I can see why that would be a good use for it. When you're trying to diet and cut, sometimes appetite is an issue because let's face it, your body wants more calories. So like I think there's healthy options for cutting. I'll take like a 300 milligram caffeine pill, Razoline. Anyways, it's like a bunch of little micros, like nutrients that people say is good for fat burning, all rolled up into a convenient pill. I started taking it probably a couple of months ago. It's not going to burn the weight for you, but it's going to give you some more energy and it's going to make you less hungry. Another supplement I think is just like a balanced take of vitamins. Like if you go to the doctor and they can tell you what you're deficient in, don't be deficient in those. Go and get those vitamins, supplement, because quite frankly, if you want to build muscle, you don't want to be sick. You don't want to be lagging behind. If you're on like a streak and you're building muscle and you go down sick for a week, you didn't just lose a week of like gains. You're like actively fighting something else. You're going backwards. So you can literally lose weeks of your gains just because you're getting sick. And so whatever you can do to not get sick, whether it be taking like your vitamin D's or vitamin C's, if that's what if that's what you're deficient in, then that's something you should be doing. Otherwise, you're leaving gains on the table. Like this video, I'm gonna keep doing videos as like part of a series. I'll make a series playlist all about building muscle. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, share it with someone who might enjoy it, or share the entire playlist. I'll be doing more videos like this. I'm gonna try and do them once a week. Anyways, I'm Kyle Madsen. Thanks for watching the video. Let's get it.